old Richie suffered from a serious sleep disorder. He could only fall asleep while listening to one specific track, track 115 on his music system. And get this, if the track stopped or switched to anything else, he would wake up instantly. It was like a biological alarm clock built into his brain. One morning, Richie was discovered dead in his study, lying on a couch. The cause? Strangulation. But here's where it gets interesting. His music system was playing track number 1 when they found him. At exactly 10:35 p.m. that night, the power went out for just 1 minute. When it came back on, all electronic devices in the house reset to their default settings. Detective Wesley arrived on the scene and immediately knew something didn't add up. 3 people had visited Richie the night before, and all 3 had the opportunity and motive to commit murder. On the night of his death, Richie put on track 115 before his visitors started arriving. Remember this fact, because it's going to be absolutely critical in just a moment. Now, let's meet our 3 suspects, each with their own motive for murder. First up, Jane, Richie's niece and heir. She showed up at 9 p.m. that evening. According to Jane,
Uncle Richie appeared nervous, but alert when I arrived. Soft music was playing in the background, that particular song he always used to help him sleep. We talked about family stuff for around half an hour. When I left at 9:30 p.m., he was still wide awake and mentioned he had meetings coming up.
Next, we have James, Richie's business partner, who arrived at 10 p.m. Here's where his motive gets interesting. James was set to inherit all of Richie's shares in their company once Richie died. James told Detective Wesley,
"When I arrived, Richie was waiting for me. He was listening his favorite music. At first, Richie seemed uneasy about discussing our ongoing business deal. But as we talked for a while, he started to feel sleepy and dozed off in his chair sometime around 10:20 p.m. I didn't want to bother him, so I moved him to his couch and decided to leave around 10:20 p.m. to let him rest."
Finally, we have Dr. Paul, who arrived at 11 p.m. Paul was both Richie's doctor and an old friend. But here's the twist, he was also known as Richie's rival in matters of the love. Jealousy can be a powerful motivator for murder. Dr. Paul explained,
"I was aware that Richie had been sleepless for past few days. When I got there, Richie was already asleep on his couch. I didn't want to disturb him, so I just did a quick medical check. Since I know he relies on music to sleep, I left the music player as it was. Everything seemed fine. I handed Jane a prescription and left around 11:20 p.m.
Detective Wesley carefully examined every detail of the crime scene. Richie's bottle of pills sat undisturbed on the nightstand. An unsigned business document lay on the desk, possibly that deal James mentioned. And that music system stubbornly displayed track 1, mocking them with its simplicity. All 3 visitors had means, motive, and opportunity. Who do you think killed old Richie? Was it Jane, the greedy niece? James, the business partner who stood to gain millions? Or Dr. Paul, the jealous rival? Drop your guess in the comments below. Pause right now and make your prediction. Alright, time's up. Let's see how you cracked this puzzle. Visit the link in the description and find the clue that uncovers the clever murder plot.